prize pool for the first and second team to battle over. Community Gaming is this platform that runs weekly tournaments for games like Valorant, Super Smash Bros., Hearthstone. They're all in one. They supercharge events of all levels, from community grassroots tournaments to tier 1 events that you see like on the front page of Twitch. Experience it yourself at communitygaming.io or join their Discord to learn more. And Polydoge is a digital currency with one of the most vibrant communities on the powerful Polygon network. It offers a wide variety of fun interactions to its holders in the form of NFTs, apps, airdrops, and access to different DeFi platforms ready to go on Polygon. So go to polydoge.com and experience it for yourself. Make sure you type !ad in the chat to be able to view these links, or you can scroll down and view them on the panels of the channel. The more traffic that they get, in the form of link clicks or account creations, means a potentially higher prize pool for our first and second place teams to battle over, to make them really play their hearts out for your spectatorship in the final days of Han. So please make sure that you support these sponsors for supporting us in these last days of our beloved game. Into the match, guys, we have the aggro tri-lane on both sides of the map. Moira, Geomancer, Corrupted, as predicted, going against Meraxis in the long lane, or I should say the Legion short lane, perhaps. Valkyrie, Andro, Magnus, going to be looking to potentially find a kill on the Lodestone in the top lane. And it is Hag versus Drunken Master in the mid lane. I actually made a correct prediction, and we will see exactly how these lanes play out. Meraxis and Lodestone having to play very, very conservatively. We already see a rotation coming behind Wretched Hag in the mid lane, who actually skills Sonar Scream is at level 1, so kind of already recognizing that Drunken Master has the advantage over her Haunt and just choosing to skill Sonar Scream already, and Andromeda pushing her away from the creep wave, opts to pick up the Flash of Darkness instead of Haunt. So I'm actually kind of curious if he is even going to skill Haunt at all. I think he has to put at least 1 point in it in order for it to apply from his ultimate. So probably going to be like a level 4 ability. Wouldn't be surprised, but we have Geomancer actually making an appearance here in the mid lane now. So it's a 2v2. And Lodestone putting a little bit of a poke with his Rocket Drill onto Valkyrie in the top lane. But yeah, this is certainly going to be an action-packed mid lane. It looks like Andromeda and Drunken Master are going to have the ability to be kind of aggressive on Wretched Hag if she's not too careful. But these are both pretty hard targets, as they are slippery, both of them having escape abilities. So really just going to have to wait and see. First rune is coming up. It's going to be a haste rune guarded by Magnus. We'll see if he decides to pick it up or if he's waiting for Drunken Master to potentially pick up his bottle, as he does have the gold for it. So yeah, Magnus has the Striders, is guarding the rune. Drunken Master has his bottle coming out. And we'll see if he gives it to Andromeda, which he does. So Andromeda will go bottle that. And Corrupted Disciple farming against Meraxis. So Meraxis and Lodestone, both level 3, having a pretty good time. So very, very even game so far, awaiting the appearance of the Bloodlust at some point in the game. And Meraxis is actually getting gone on. It activates the Arcane Shield, but the stun actually connects, interestingly enough, on Meraxis, in spite of it proccing the shield. I have no idea how that took place, but Wretched Hag getting a lot of damage out on her. A nice cancel on that lunge stun from Geomancer with the dig. So that would have been probably would have been a dead Wretched Hag had that stun not come out. But well played, both sides going in on each other, but nobody able to find a kill yet. Magnus playing very aggressively on Lodestone. Gosh, the head smash from Lodestone just dealing so much damage to Magnus. Magnus aggroing that creep wave, preventing Lodestone from being able to pull it. Nice little play from what you got there. And we've got 18-5 score of Valkyrie versus 21-6 Corrupted Disciple. So looking very, very even in the mid lane. And in the mid lane, Geomancer is the first to fall, and I missed it, but it certainly was from the haste rune of that Drunken Master. I cannot believe I missed that. So there is the Bloodlust. It's coming out in favor of Drunken Master, who is now pushing very, very aggressively on Wretched Hag. So Geomancer walking back to the mid lane. And Andromeda going to bottle that Merrick's rune in the bottom lane. Magnus standing on top of this illusion rune, showing it to his team at the moment. Andromeda just going ahead and taking a long trek up the top lane, and will bottle that rune. Meraxis in the meantime, level 5 in the bottom lane, taking a lot of heat from Corrupted Disciple. Drunken Master going in pretty hard on Wretched Hag. Things are looking very, very good for Busk No GG right here out of the gate. Wretched Hag taking a lot of damage. Gosh, that lunge, that stagger lunge combo is just so devastating in the early levels. And he's looking to push for that level 6 for the 3-point strike combo. Meraxis potentially getting dove here in the bottom lane. Moira and Corrupted Disciple just positioned so aggressively. Wretched Hag deciding to clean up a little creep way or creep camp. Actually not going to be finishing it off, saving it for later. Lodestone getting stunned out by Magnus. Lodestone very, very low. Going to be able to juke and jive away from the rocket. Is he going to die to neutrals? That is his plan. He will die to neutrals. Decided that Magnus was a little bit too scary. Potentially had a lava surge on the horizon. Wouldn't have been able to outrun him without boots, but in the meantime, Drunken Master going on Corrupted Disciple, who just got a kill on Meraxis, so it's a double kill for the Drunken Master. This is going to be a scary Drunken Master in this game at this pace. He is now 3-0. Only 3 kills for his team. So Meraxis drawing fire underneath the tower, and Drunken Master getting the cleanup, and will be getting the bottom rune, whatever it is. Could spell trouble if it's something like a double damage. It's Merrick's, and an Invis rune for Magnus, who snipes it away from Wretched Hag. So Wretched Hag just having a really hard time controlling any runes here in the game at this point, which is obviously making it difficult for her to lane successfully mid. So Meraxis just kind of, Magnus rather, just watching what's going on here in the Hellborn jungle, watching Wretched Hag farm. Valkyrie makes her way. Okay, Geomancer forced to dig away, but Magnus with the Invis rune for another 30 seconds will be looking to potentially line up a stun for a follow-up Javelin. No, they're deciding to go back. So Lodestone, despite dying to neutrals there, having a decent time in the top lane now with the absence of Valkyrie and Magnus. But they will be making an appearance back into the top lane. Wretched Hag, look at this. Wretched Hag actually opting to not skill haunt at all. So, very interesting decision to skip that ability in general, overall. But obviously lower cooldown on Flash of Darkness and a longer cast range, I believe. Very high value. Valkyrie gets gone on by the Lodestone, takes an arrow into the Lava Surge. They have to put out auto attacks. He activates the Shatterstorm, looking to make the survival. He is able to do that. Puppet Soul takes the bottom tower, but at the cost of Moira's life. So tower for support life. I think that they're okay to take that, but Lodestone connects the 3-point strike combo onto, Drunken Master connects it. Now it is Lodestone who is going to fall. Drunken Master porting back to base, or porting back to mid, while Wretched Hag just trying to piece something together here in the jungle, just not able to get anything to happen. Actually finishes Plated Greaves as he's going against a very aggressive Drunken Master. There's the double damage rune. So not surprised at all to see this boot choice from Wretched Hag. But in the bottom lane, Andromeda takes the Shards of Harkon and is going to be falling to Corrupted Disciple, who is now 2-1, 440 GPM. Disconnect from Slaske. They're probably not sure. Can't be a rage quit, right? This is a tournament setting. And I think he is fine to die a little bit. Probably just restarting his client. Yep, here he comes back. Meraxis uses the Arcane Shield and is running for his life against Corrupted Disciple and Moira. The Shards of Harkon are going to connect, and now he is conduited, trying to run, but not able to do any kind of tree juking with that Corrupted Conduit active. So Corrupted Disciple having a fantastic start here, 450 GPM alongside Drunken. So it's really going to be who's going to take over the game. Is it the mid Drunken Master, or is it the position 1 farmer Corrupted Disciple? We will see. I'm very, very interested. Drunken Master, I don't think I've seen anybody draft this except for what you got. I could be wrong. Somebody in the chat probably correct me. Please do if I'm wrong. But I'm very interested to see exactly how Drunken Master gets played here in terms of itemization. He has got a Soul Screen Room, so he is going to be going for... He's got to run into 2 heroes here. Gets the Conduit started on him, but breaks it. Making the decision to go in or not. Moira is going to be able to run away. He's going hard on Corrupted Disciple, who has the Energizer active, but can he get the distance? Drunken Master deciding not to go underneath the tower. The Valkyrie's Prism is activated. Valkyrie walking towards Wretched Hag here in the jungle. Hag needs to be careful. They did actually see the Prism get activated at the bottom lane, and Hag smells a rat and decides to quickly blink out. So very, very nicely done. But Magnus is there, tries to connect the Lava Surge, but isn't able to find it. And now Moira is going to run into Valkyrie, who leaps over the cliffside and into a nice little TP, but is he going to get stopped? No, he's not going to get stopped. So they do manage to escape, so very close calls all around there. But I was going to say before I was interrupted, looks like we have a Brass Knuckles being picked up on Drunken Master. So if it's going to synergize very well with his hero, 30 additional damage onto his combo, as well as okay, Meraxis pushing forward very, very hard. Arcane Vortex is going to put a stop to all of those heroes, and Bat Blast is going to connect onto 2. Geomancer gets swapped in. Geomancer falls very, very quickly, but the Shatterstorm is going to connect onto 2. It's Meraxis. Corrupted Disciple gets a nice little Electric Tide. Lodestone is going to fall. Lava Surge connects onto Corrupted Disciple, who's going to tank the Eruption. It's disaster for De Nova Brigada, taking only 2 while losing 4 on their side. So the momentum just keeps collecting here in favor of Busk GG. This is now a level 9 Drunken Master, 3 charges on the Brass Knuckles. Brass Knuckles almost fully charged up on Valkyrie. He just picks up Steam Boots, so some very, very important core items. But here's Moira looking to land a stun, but just not able to get in range, as both of these targets are too fast for her. She is only working with Striders.
Ain't nobody killing that tower but me.
So it was a good idea with that Arcane Vortex into the Bat Blast by Wretched Hag, but just unfortunately not able to finish them off. Drunken Master just too tanky. Makes me wonder, is he going to be going into a Lex Talionis at this point, or is he going to build more heavily onto the, let's just say, the magic armor side? But maybe he won't value it because there's a Lodestone on the team. Here's the Valkyrie's Prism. Valkyrie and Drunken Master looking like they want to go in on something, but here's Geomancer with the Geostock, is going to spot them out. At least on the map. Might not know who it is, but he knows somebody is there. But they are going to find Corrupted Disciple. Magnus and Andromeda kind of overlap their stuns a little bit. Here comes the Arcane Vortex to try and protect him, but the Valkyrie arrow is going to connect onto Moira, and it's Moira who's going to be in a lot of trouble, but the nice swap from Andromeda is going to catch Corrupted Disciple. The Lava Surge makes its way onto Geomancer, who tries to escape, but is not able to. So 3 quick kills, furthering the lead of Busk GG. It's now a 3,000 gold lead. 6-0 Drunken Master, 1,200 gold in the pocket. Magnus halfway to his portal key. There's the Lex Talionis on Drunken Master, just looking to continue his early game domination. Makes his combo that much formidable. And in the meantime, Meraxis taking a lot of heat in the top lane, but damn is he tanky against this many heroes when he has the Matrix up. But it is about to fall in 3, 2, 1. Bat Blast does connect. Here comes the Shatterstorm. It gets halted by the 2-man Lava Surge. The arrow, he's so tanky. Shatterstorm connects onto 2, but he is not able to get any follow-up from his teammates. Falls himself. it's all just seeming to fall apart here for Donova Brigada in game 1. Things slowing down, but Wretched Hag just not able to get a game. I mean, he's got 2k gold saved up, so the question is, what does Wretched Hag buy in the spot to try and come back into the game? It seems kind of like a light brand game. Honestly, if I had to guess, 2200 gold seems like it would make sense to buy a light brand. It's a nice little farming utility. It might be the play or the right decision to try and play a little bit more of a passive game. They kind of have the team for it, but we'll see. Maybe he's going to go Staff of the Master, wants to bulk up, have his ulti available at every step. Decides to go the Sackstone route. So picks up that Sackstone. Not a bad idea. I mean, honestly, that bulk of stats is going to be very nice. And if he does happen to take a death, you know, the reduced death timer, it's very nice to have. So he can get back up and start farming. Valkyrie's Prism being activated. And watch out, Geomancer, Corrupted, and Moira need to be careful. Drunken Master is going to show himself over this Rev Ward. Drunken Master taking the pursuit path. The ports are coming in from the tier 1 tower. Wretched Hag is here trying to line up the ideal Bat Blast. There's the 2-man. Electric Tide and Andromeda is going to be the one to fall. So Drunken Master now having to play escape tactics, but there's really no catch. But it actually might be Meraxes who's in a lot of trouble, but he's got the Matrix ready to activate to give him a nice little bit of tankiness. Finds the stun onto Wretched Hag, and now is Wretched Hag? Yes, he is going to fall at the cost of Meraxes. And now it's Drunken Master trying to put a little bit of combo damage onto Corrupted, but who is going to be able to escape for at least a while. But Magnus is out for blood, so close to that portal key, but clearly doesn't have it yet. Just pushing them away, forcing them to retreat, giving space to his cores to farm. And now Magnus looks like he is going to be able to finish his portal key more or less at this creep camp if he wants to. Opting not to play it risky. Drunken Master porting into the top lane. Has a haste bottled. Shatterstorm gets activated by Lodestone. Drunken Master pushing very, very aggressively towards him. At the tower in deny range. Deciding not to commit to that deny yet. Drunken Master roaming through the jungle with this haste active. He is spotted by the ward, so no surprises there. Magnus, very aggressive stun onto Corrupted Disciple. Starts to channel the eruption, but fatal error as he may not have been aware that Moira and Geomancer were there to just pounce. Tried to make a play alongside his Valkyrie and doesn't end up happening. Loses a little bit of progress towards his portal key as he was about 200 gold away from it, but all things considered, he's still going to get it very, very soon. His 400 gold really isn't that much. That tower gold top is certainly going to help to that end. Wretched Hag taking a almost 5-second arrow. She is going to get comboed down very quickly by Valkyrie and Andromeda. It's a savage 6 streak for Valkyrie at 500 GPM. Really, really farming very well this game. Finishes the Nullfire 1. The first big item that we've seen making its entrance into the game. First 3k gold value item. Got the light brand on Corrupted Disciple as I missed the kill on Lodestone, who was just trying to slowly but surely push his progress towards a finished portal key. Probably only about 100 gold away prior to that death. There's the portal key picked up on Magnus. So we're going to be seeing some big stuns coming out from him, no doubt, to start some of these team fights out. Just a little bit more time needed for a portal key picked up on Meraxes. Awaiting the first portal key purchase from Lodestone. And there's the headdress. No surprise to see the headdress on Drunken Master. Synergizes pretty well. And Magnus just walking into a Bat Blast gets deleted. That's a beautiful Bat Blast. Connects onto 3 heroes, but it's really just no follow-up. Moira sends the illusion into the river to try and cut off the escape, but they went the other way. But that's a clean pickoff onto Magnus. And That was probably a planned neutral death, maybe from Moira. I have no idea. He did have the illusion active. Maybe he lost lost awareness of his hero and ended up dying to those dragons. But Corrupted Disciple doing some really great work farming in the Legion jungle with his Lightbrand. Sitting at 450 GPM. Having a pretty good game himself at 7-3-1. You know, having taken a few deaths, he's still almost on par with Valkyrie. Maybe even on par to kind of exceed her level of farm, as he does have farming utility in his Lightbrand, whereas Valkyrie is kind of missing a farming ability, farming tool, I should say. But you gotta love the, you just gotta love Nullfire Blade in this game. It's really, really a top tier purchase, and if you're playing an agility hero, I think it's an item that has to cross your mind for purchase on every agility hero in the game, with few exceptions. Lodestone taking a stun from Magnus, forcing out the port of Lodestone, and Drunken Master putting a lot of heat into the top tier 2 tower. They are going to take it. That's a big chunk of gold for the team of Busk No GG. Lightbrand, Firebrand rather, finished alongside the Lightbrand of Corrupted Disciple, and Wretched Hag with an Acolyte Neophytes book. Kind of curious what that is going to be. Whether or not it's going to be a tablet or a... Maybe he's going to buy a glowstone, but he hasn't right-clicked a glowstone despite having 1,200 gold, so... Not really sure what that's going to be. Maybe it's going to be... I don't know. The items that builds into... Okay, it's a Lightbrand. So he's going the farming route. He is going for the farming route this game, which makes a lot of sense. You know, the idea here is to just play a little bit safer, make Busk No GG potentially have to go high ground while they're able to use their superior farming abilities to their advantage. But the lead is pretty large for Busk No GG at this point, and they might be able to start staging high ground pushes soon, as Geomancer gets stun comboed and quickly falls to the trio of Magnus, Andromeda, Meraxis. Meraxis being the one who gets the kill credit. And with that pickoff on Geomancer, it seems like a pretty reliable tower push here in the mid lane. And after this falls, it seems like they could probably turn their attention to the bottom lane, maybe some sort of 5-man lane walk, and take out those last two tier 2 towers. The last 2 towers. Lodestone and Hag, you know, just kind of farming here in the bottom lane. Nothing, no objectives to defend there near their base at the moment. Rune is going to spawn top. It is a haste rune, and it's going to be available for the Legion side probably to pick up. Okay, Lodestone and Wretched Hag playing very, very patiently here in the bottom lane. This could be a kill connected onto Valkyrie with a well-timed Shatterstorm. It looks like they are going to find it, and they commit the Bat Blast on top of the Shatterstorm, and they both poured out, so very, very nice pick-off. But Corrupted Disciple is the one that is taking a lot of heat over here in the Hellborn Kongor Pit. Takes a stun combo from Magnus and Meraxis, but able to walk away. The Arcane Vortex is actually going to be the one that's going to stop the advance, but Moira is the one that's going to fall, but she did save the life of her carry, so very well played, honestly, to sacrifice herself for that. And in the meantime, Puppet Soul is going to walk towards the bottom lane, try and get some farming done, while he just assumes it's safe to be down here. Kind of sees the this is a very nice spot for him to be, honestly. There's 3 wards of sight committed to this location, but he is actually walking towards this Andromeda, who gets scouted out by Geomancer. And Andromeda trying to see if she can port out. Will she have the time? No, it's too much damage, so nice little pick off between Geo and Corrupted. Didn't really see exactly how they sniffed that one out. Probably Geo stock, as I see it's on cooldown, but Drunken Master and Magnus going to find a kill, potentially onto Lodestone. Gosh, damn, that is so much damage from that Drunken Master combo. Who's now got 2,800 gold saved up after that purchase of Shaman's Headdress, and I mean, you guys know what I want to see this game. I would like to see a staff Drunken Master make its way into the game. That is an item. I mean, so seldomly do we see Drunken Master picked up. Wouldn't it be beautiful to see his staff actually make it into a match for all to see as well? That powerful effect of reducing the reset cooldown of the 3-point strike combo to 4 seconds only. I think presently it is 12 seconds, so that's a pretty big damage increase over a longer duration fight. And it gives him a bit of tankiness too, which he's certainly going to want to survive against some of those heroes on the Hellborn side. But, you know, Corrupted Disciple is just still diligently farming here at 400, nearly 460 GPM, trying to put the finishing touches on a Dawnbringer, no doubt. He's going to want a Shrunken Head at some point, though, so I'm assuming he's just trying to, you know, okay, there's the item purchase from Drunken Master. Can't blame him for picking up the Shrunken Head. There is a lot of things to avoid over there on the Hellborn side. Board of Sight, not really sure exactly how they knew to back away from this bottom lane, but they do so very wisely. Lodestone is smoked over here. Okay, Wretched Haxty, they're just doing a very good job of, you know, extending the lifetime of this game, and just playing to their strength, right? They went kind of a greedy route with the double light brand between Wretched Hag and Corrupted Disciple, and obviously Busno GG is very well ahead, you know, 10k gold lead, nothing to slouch at, or slough at, whatever phrases. But, you know, they are losing their last outer tower, but they're forcing them to go high ground now, where they do have some nice flash farm between Wretched Hag and Corrupted Disciple, and Wretched Hag kind of forced to play a little bit defensively, but I also like the Plated Greaves pickup that I'm seeing now, not just because it helped her survive against Drunken Master in the early stages of the game, but, you know, whenever we have the slower gameplay where they're trying to, you know, just avoid fights, push side lanes, you know, the Plated Greaves really come into effect in pushing these towers. I mean, you could see that, gosh, I'm not really sure. Okay, Lodestone finds the combo onto Wretched Hag, excuse me, onto Magmus, and Wretched Hag finishes him off with the Bat Blast head smash, but Lodestone is going to end up falling, so it's a 1-for-1 exchange, and maybe a little bit Legion-sided there. But, you know, Wretched Hag does have a Grimoire now, so, you know, you talk about great high ground defense. This is a hero that has some fantastic high ground defense, especially because she's about to hit level 16. And a Grimoire of Power activation on top of a well-placed Bat Blast is a very scary thing to potentially fall into, trying to push high ground. So they're trying to match the Hellborn kill, or the Legion's kill of Kongor, but deciding that they actually don't have the damage to be able to make it happen. Now, Legion, after finishing their Kong, actually looking to potentially stage a fight at the Hellborn Kongor kill, and potentially force a fight at the token spawn. So this is, we've got 40 seconds left on Bat Blast. It's not going to be up unless they're able to kind of force Busno GG away from the Kongor pit. But gosh, they take this damn fast. Not even sure where all the damage is coming from. I guess it's just Valkyrie and Drunken Master are just that farm. They are going to snipe out a token and pick up a Drunken Master token. So you want to talk about how scary this Drunken Master is already. Now this dude has a token. He's just one hell of a frontliner. Picks up the level 16. And it's really going to be up to Donava Brigada to find a way to protect their tier 3 tower. Wretched Hag, he's got the Plated Greaves active on the creep wave. Gonna probably take out this tier 2 tower. Deciding to play it safe, actually needs to get back because the Shatterstorm is about to come out. It's going to connect onto Drunken Master, who quickly gets swapped out by Andromeda, but Corrupted Disciple getting gone on the back line. But Wretched Hag is able to escape just by the skin of his teeth. Drunken Master loses the token. There's the buyback on Geomancer. This is a pretty good spot for if you're Donava Brigada. They actually managed to get the token out, but cooldowns have been used. There's the Drunken Master. Shrunken Head coming out. The Bloodbath Drunken Master. Lodestone taking the arrow, but now they feel like they have to be... They're forced to back away from this tier 3 tower, at least for the time being. Drunken Master, they're actually all collecting themselves, deciding they want to take it here while there are 2 dead on the Hellborn side. They have the double damage Valkyrie activated. This is a perfect time. Lodestone decided to try and stun Drunken Master, but that stagger is just too damn hard to make anything connect on him. Meraxis so close to dying, but Corrupted Disciple now under fire. Drunken Master so freaking fast. It's a 12-0 streak for Drunken Master. There's the buyback on Corrupted Disciple now. Andromeda might be the lone death here. In the final stages of that team fight, there is a completed Geo's Bane making its way out to Valkyrie. So multiple buybacks committed. I think just Geomancer and Corrupted Disciple. In fact, I see one is missing from Hag. I'm not sure if she committed one in the course of that team fight. Could have been earlier in the game. No, she did buy it back. So they're going to be missing a lot of gold value in the form of buybacks at this point. And of course, could come into play if they are able to extend the game past, the 50-minute mark or so here in game 1. But they lose their tier 3 tower, so obviously that is going to be a much easier lane for Busk GG to push in the future, as they just kind of slow down the pace of the game once again. Drunken Master with 3,200 gold, probably going to be eyeing down a Demonic Breastplate. A little bit surprised to see him maybe skip the Barrier Idol. Seems like it could carry a lot of value for his team against Shatter Storm combo and the Bat Blast, but obviously not going to focus too much on that, as he's having a fantastic game, 12-0. Valkyrie's Prism activated. They're looking for something, but Geomancer is going to sniff it out. Geomancer starting to see more and more just this hero, maybe just a go-to counter pick for Valkyrie. Valkyrie, such a scary hero to play against in the later stages of the game. Like once the map opens up with towers being taken, it just becomes harder and harder to defend against Valkyrie's Prism with coordinated play. And Geomancer, if you just have the slightest inkling that it came out, such a fantastic hero to be able to run against it, as he's able to just sniff out Invis heroes from 3,000 units away. Fortification being used on the melee barracks. A little bit surprising, as it was kind of being protected by the backdoor effect, or anti-backdoor effect, but Fortification is no longer going to be available for use. Puppet Soul with 2k gold, certainly trying to make his way towards a Shrunken Head, or... yeah, it's got to be Shrunken Head, but... damn, this is just such a tight spot if you're Donava Brigada. I mean, how do you handle this farmed Valkyrie and farmed Drunken Master, both at 530 GPM, with a fantastic supporting cast? Supporting cast just has everything that they need. You've got this Andromeda sitting behind you. If you're ever in a tight spot, he is going to... how they're going to carry out their finishing touches of this match. So Magmus, just both teams playing hide and seek on opposite sides of the map. Hellflower, right-clicked Hellflower on Drunken Master. Okay, so there's a little bit of surprise, but I like it. Not 100% sure exactly what he dropped. Did he drop Knuckles for it? I think that was an item that he did have at one point, so it might have been what he sold, or maybe he had a bottle. I'm not 100% sure, but I actually love this purchase, especially because he does need a bit of mana sustain, because he is somewhat spammy between stagger and lunge combos, just repeatedly on top of drink, potentially in a longer fight. So that mana sustain is going to be a boon to him, but certainly the silence for being able to stop Wretched Hag or, I mean, 3 heroes, right? Geomancer, Hag, Lodestone, all slippery, but if you silence them, not so slippery. Okay, so surprise, surprise. I just saw. I was going to mention canceling the Shrunken Head activation of Corrupted Disciple. The Shatterstorm combo attempted to go out onto Valkyrie, but it is going to miss. And now Wretched Hag and Lodestone on the defensive. Lodestone is going to be the one to pay with his life. So a really, really nice play attempt. You got to respect, trying to go for something that risky. As it looks like they were trying to do that up on the high ground, and that is inside the Fog of War. So a lot of respect from me. And there's the Hellflower onto Wretched Hag. The 3-point strike combo is going to connect, but Drunken Master deciding that he's not going to be able to finish off the combo, and now Drunken Master is on the defensive, but here comes the team support. Corrupted Disciple is going to get stunned out, and the 3-point strike combo is going to connect, but the Bat Blast comes out, connects onto 2, but Wretched Hag, really, really low, is going to blink away, but there's the swap. And it's a genocide for Busk no GG. And buybacks available on Corrupted and Hag, but not what you want to do if you're forced to buy back into 2v5. So probably going to just hold on to the buybacks here. Lodestone is going to come back up, but gosh, after taking out the bottom lane, they have so much time to comfortably take the tier 2 racks, the second racks in the mid lane, and there you have it. There's the concede vote. The GGs come out. Busk no GG takes game 1 of the winners bracket finals here against Dinava Brigada.